Alright. As you can see, there's quite a bit here. Cat found in a carrier with her kittens on the sidewalk. So happy to be helped by kind neighbors. Why aren't younger viruses removing their music from Spotify? Now, see, this is one of the things I don't care about, and I will not be clicking on. Ancient drum found in children's grave. Build most important piece of prehistoric art in 100 years. Don't care. Man, I don't mind ancient stuff, but dang, that's getting crazy. The best hole in the wall burger joint in every state. Don't care. Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, don't care. 10 date night meals you can make in a slow cooker. Don't care. He should have increased rent after that. Woman tries to and fails to flirt with landlord and VIA text VRL type regard. Don't care. They don't make games like they used to, so get an emulator. Man, it's kind of true, but you can still buy them if you want to. The thing is about emulators, as good as they are, is we get the more and more new consoles and stuff until they start developing emulators for that, even if it was legal. Yeah, we're not gonna. The only thing you'll see is old platforms like all the way up to from Sega. Nintendo DS has this. 3DS. Who else has it? Dolphin, which I believe is GameCube or whatever. Nintendo 64. What else has it? Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. Who else has it? All the Sega drives. There's even a new thing there for FB for some reason. I don't really get that one, but that's what the newest, latest deal. Super NES, Nintendo games. What else do we have? Oh, right. PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 can be still kind of hard to do, but PlayStation 3 finally got out of development. I can't even swear how to get that going. PlayStation 4, we still haven't. We have yet to actually do that yet, and we're still in the process of doing that. PlayStation 5 and VR on emulation. So until we get that or some kind of simulation for VR instead of just putting it on your head to have to actually hook it up, or let me put it this way, to even be able to use VR with your mobile device or some kind when it comes to, or on computer, kind of really sucks. Because it's not that it sucks or that it would suck to have that, it's that it sucks that we don't have it. So that's the thing about emulation. Emulation can come good and handy, but when you're trying to think about the long run of it, or think of it as I call it nowadays, it's not going to work for everything, not until we master those kind of things. About 1 in 3 COVID-19 patients develop new system later. I don't really care. I've already heard it. Does outer space end, or does the universe go on forever? That's something I might check in later. Final Fantasy 6 Remaster flips the famous train subs. I don't care. Someone might have seen that. Kind of crazy. Hell no. WWE former Hall of Famer says John Cena never thanked him for paving the way for his gimmick. Okay. Extra stimulus money to be sent to millions of Americans from 4 states. Like, that really matters to me. NOA shoots down scheduling conflict explanation for Joe Rogan's UFC 277 win. Don't really care. I mean, most stuff I just don't care about. This I might care about for the gaming stuff, What else? Recall affects a goofy feature of Tesla horns. Okay. NSX unexpectedly revealed that James Webb Space Telescope first flight limits or something. I know it says something about removing it, and I'm like, don't care. Ben Ryder's real-time explorer of Freedom Convoy awakening in Whoopi Goldberg's exile. That's something I might check into. Patent and Olay and Spice are more on sale at Amazon today only. Like, I really care. Rescue baby, it's not that it grows healthy, but don't really care about that so much. But I'm glad it did, though. Scary schedule when the first color checks. See, the thing about that is what that only affects is those who haven't got their checks yet. So, yeah, it's just like last month. That's it. Berserk's Dark Swordsman gets new style from major Marvel DC artists. Okay, don't really care. Might check into it later. Robert Pattinson on why he held his wand like a gun in Harry Potter. Don't really care. I don't judge. You might be the only person ordering delivery for the Super Bowl. I wouldn't because I don't go to the Super Bowl and I don't watch Super Bowl. Jada Pinkett Smith is a dazzling thief and first look at the Equalizer guest appearance. Don't really care. I don't watch the show. Backstage details on the real reason, quote unquote, always a real reason for Ronda Rousey's better attitude following her WTC. They've already done something like that, and now they're going to do it again. God, anyway. Tax season threatened by previously unreported IRS backlog of 24 million returns. Don't care. Daily deals. Buy 2 Nintendo Switch games, get third one free. Pokemon Arceus, Mario Party Superstars, Animal Crossing. Don't care. Business booms at Kroger-owned grocery stores, but workers are left behind. Care about that. So, Striker refuses to leave his injured friends beside until they're rescued together. Okay. Interesting. Melatonin used for sleeping is on the rise. Side effects may be dangerous. Okay, that's something I might check out. Universal Park remains a ghost town as crowds disappear. Okay. If you're going to be a stealth archer in Skyrim, you might as well do it right. Nah, I don't care about that. I might do it, though, if I want to check into that kind of route. Because I do intend to do something like that, too. Kanye revokes Mac Miller and Ariana rumor. Files people meet kids. Okay, don't really care about that. Inflammation is the business opportunity of a lifetime. Okay. Blake Shelton fans are trying not to cry after seeing his IG tribute to Gwen Stefani. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Transformers Ultimate Power was created to explain the series' sexism. You know, that's the thing. Sexism, really? You know what that is? If you don't know what that is, it's people just complaining about something that it's just a show, people. It has nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, throughout the years, they've had female robots. It was kind of crazy that they had it always. But to be fair, there has been lots of shows that did that, like even Final Fantasy, the video games, and the movies. Yeah, they had sexism, being that they were so, what do you call it, where they had the women who were not as independent, where they were more like, yeah, I gotta have the man, I want to be impregnated because I want to, get on with the species. Whereas Transformers may have a little bit of flirtation, but they didn't have it as bad when it came to humans and all that. Although they did have that when they had the humans on the show, a little bit here and there on some of the cases, but not everything. Ginger's Beers ranked worst to best. Don't care. Reason I don't care is because it's ranked worst to best. I wouldn't care. Marvel chose Spider-Man's love life in the perfect way. I wouldn't care. Now this is a reference to him holding a phone, and instead of him using a phone, he uses money for some stupid money reason in this photo. It's been shown photoshopped. And what it is if I find you, I will catch you, because you see I have a particular set of skills. I can't do his voice, but I get the line. I can do the lines just right. Jealous from the box office taken in Liam Neeson's unexpected action star makeover. Wouldn't care. Bored museum guard doodles 1.4 million painting on his first day on the job. Okay. Deadpool creator reveals why he's still nervous about MCU crossover. Don't care. Yeah, I wouldn't care about that either. Don't care. I don't care. Spoiler-fearing man just skipped birth of his child to see the Batman. Don't care. 20 years after 1,000 Miles, the Vanessa Carlton hit has been played a bazillion times. Wouldn't care. I don't even care about that, and I don't even complain. I don't even really understand the difference between how she can have hair and not have hair, but hey, whatever. And here's another thing I won't care about unless they have English dub. No offense, or at least both of them. At least enough languages to cover everybody, including English dub. Otherwise, I wouldn't give a doggone. Because I want to watch it in English dub. I prefer English dub. A new champion was crowned during SmackDown's tapings. Wouldn't care. What we know about long COVID and exercise, don't care. Lower cholesterol with nutrient-rich pancakes and chocolate studies, don't care. Speaking of cholesterol, I actually got Mountain Dew Coke Zero Sugar, an actual one that actually has zero sugar. It tastes like either diet or regular Mountain Dew. I have never had Mountain Dew taste like that, and I'm not even sick. There's nothing wrong with me. Yesterday I was sick because I came down with something, but I still don't have COVID. And you think that, oh, well, you must have had COVID? No, you don't have to have COVID to come down with a sickness. All it takes is just some rest and some cough drops. Jeez, only one day or two. Big deal. Anyway, so lots of things are the kind of things I would not care about. So, anyway, moving on. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Oh my God. This is the kind of stuff that I do believe in, though. Even though I can't help, because I don't have anyone, I've already done what I can to help out people, as I do that. You don't have to donate to this to be a good person to help people. But this kind of stuff that, yeah, I understand. But, like, most things just to go and, like, spread words or whatever, yeah, no, that's crap to me. You know, be able to get a chance to go out there and travel the world. No, thank you. That's crap. Okay? This kind of stuff needs to be spread. I'm going to go ahead and share this. You know? Because it is dumb. The only thing I hate about it is that I have to automatically redo that when I'm trying to do that. So that's the thing. That's the thing that I share for mostly when I can't help out. And even if I could help out, I still do that. So basically, yeah. Oh lordy, I hate this kind of crap. But anyway, I have no friends and girls don't like me. Oh brother. You know, the thing about these kind of posters shouldn't even be here, but it's not against the rules. So technically, they're not breaking against the rules. And, you know, people could just ignore that. What is this? Done by La Sonoria. Ooh. So thank you to Julia McDonald. See, that's another thing right there. That franchise, yes, I do love it, but the thing that you want to talk about sexism right there, I'm looking for a Wii Center bar. Is eBay the best place to get one? Why don't you just get on to the store? See, this is another thing. Why I don't understand it. This is a place where you can go to buy things. Why don't you go there? Why even come here if you can ask about that? As a matter of fact, that used to be a part of the rules where you couldn't ask. Well, I don't get it. But anyway, so yeah, where they were heavily intent on making it so that only women were interested in guys. That's one of the things I can't never get or understand. Like, because the world of today, if lesbianism and gayism didn't exist, or even bi or anything else, yeah. You see, that's crazy. And I support all, whether you're straight, lesbian, gay, bi, incest, anything. I support all. Doesn't mean you have to be that way yourself specifically, but that's part of life and it's love, you know? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just as long as they're at the right age. Well, you can argue the case all day about whether or not somebody could Well, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, it should matter. Because when you're going through a young age, right now you think you're in love and all that, and then you grow. You could be a teenager, you could be an adult. This is known to happen. Okay? All of a sudden, you're not in love with that family member no more, or whatever. You're into somebody else who's not even a family member. Or same thing with lesbianism and gays and bi. You're not into that. That's what they call a phase. Well, you're free to live and choose who you want to be with. Recording. Yeah. You're free to do that, but at the same time, we really shouldn't be telling them that, but we should be also, keeping it to ourselves. Like, yeah, they are going through a phase right now because they're too young to understand it right now. And then there's a lot of cases that it's not a phase, but that's only if it turns out like, well, they're still in their, after that, when they get up to be an adult, all the way through their life until their day they die. Oh, yeah. They still feel that way. Then it's not a phase. Right now, it's still considered one because, as long as you're a teenager or even younger than that, it's called a phase of life. Now, however, because of that stance, we can't allow them to do things until they're at the right age. When they're more sure and they've had more time than just growing to be, teenagers. It's one thing to be young adults, but when you're a teenager or even further underage than that, then no. It don't matter whether they're as a family, with the family, or someone else who's the opposite gender, or all three, Even people who think that they're trans, and it's not to say that, that, but, here's another thing. A lot of people don't consider this, but people who do in life eventually realize who they are. Because you have a role in life, whether that's a transgender or whatever. And you could be a transgender. And a lot of times as well, you don't know that until later on, whether it's a teenager or you're an adult. Just like with anything, it's a phase. Right now it's still a phase, but I wouldn't be the person to tell my kid that. I would be like, right now, honey, I'd be telling this to my wife or anybody that, it's a phase. I'm not going to tell it to them because I don't want to disappoint them and make them feel bad for going through that, because everybody goes through anything to life, whether it's that or something else. It's part of life. I'm going to let them grow and find out for themselves. The only difference I won't let them do is do, things that they shouldn't be doing until they're at a right, decent enough age. By the time that they're young enough to be and old enough to be an adult. Period. Otherwise, no. In any case, new posters. She's on her second day in a row. We've seen her out on our porch. Seems friendly. Please, if this fur baby is yours, come for her. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. So, but yeah, I mean, pretty much, I had to say, though, that, that's all there is to that. And, yeah, I will see you all in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to stop this video here, and, because if I don't, it'll probably interfere with things. But, what I will do is I will add on to the end of it, and then whatever, okay? Alright, I'll see you then. Until then, later.
Okay. So yeah. Hey guys, my name is Brian Barnett Gotcha here, and this is the next day. It's here. And welcome back, folks, one and all, to Minecraft Mobile Edition. It's here, a little exclamation point. Or Minecraft, as it says right there. And for the world, miners 49ers. I will not be going into the marketplace. I will never even log into realms because I have no point in doing it. I typically try to do my own thing, but I'm nowhere done with what I need to do because what I have to do now requires that I move things over, but I have a clear idea of what I need to do. It's not so much that, it's that you know, and I had to actually do some things, rearranging. I had to do so much. This is the thing that caused me a lot of trouble last night. Oh yeah. I mean, it wasn't so much of what I wanted to do. It was the end. It was just taking forever to do. And on top of that, as I add on to this editing part, I didn't know what I was going to select for a game. But yeah, oh my god. I just could not sleep. I was awake, and then all of a sudden I was getting sleepy, but I couldn't fall asleep. You know, by the time I got to sleep, it was 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning today. And I finally went to sleep, and I didn't get for very long. I woke up back at 10 o'clock, which seems to be the norm. And I tried to take another nap, and it didn't work out. I just kind of closed my eyes for a little bit, and it kind of helped out, but it's not too much. Um, Another thing is that I had an order that was supposed to be next day delivery, right? Didn't happen. It was delayed for some reason. Now, for a while, for a little bit there, for going on for because it was supposed to be here the 7th of February, 2022. By the time that this comes out, uh, did not show. Today is by the time I'm recording this, it is Monday, February 14th of 2022. This is the secondary part of it. And like I said, I didn't know what I was going to do for that. But I decided that what I'm going to do is I thought that I was going to end it with, what was that game called again? Iron Hander. But then I thought, you know what? There's more to it. There's going to be bonus episodes because, I mean, I'm not going to try to show off the same enemies, but I will try to show off what I can without doing things like try to shoot down the bosses, whatever, without any sound. But yeah. So it's still going to be a sort of an ongoing project. I don't know how long I'm going to make it last, but it will be part of the 3 video Sunday. And I've reached my supposed limit. I kind of figured that was going to happen, but I didn't know how many playlists I could have. So what I had done was I created a playlist. I really didn't want to play to do because, again, somebody screwed up their own videos. So I had to straighten it out. I'm not naming any names. I'm not blaming them. I understand they all had their own busy schedule and they forget things. I get that. But at the same time, yeah, this is why my videos are always accurate. Even though that sometimes I have uploads that get messed up, that can happen. But the playlists will always be updated and doing the same. If it messes up, I'll make sure to correct it. I always do that. I don't care what's going on. I will take the time to look at it and make sure, because I always check my lists and make sure that they're in order, unlike some people. And I always believe that the top of the list is the one how it should start. I wish that they would do that with seasons where, like some shows, so they'll separate, but then they'll, whatever for some reason. Like, okay, I wish they would put, like, for the description, like, when you click on season 1, it'll show that this is how it started out. And then in season 2, if you click on that, it'll show the description for that, like, they're back, or whatever. and whatever is going on. But they don't do that. So Iron Hander will go on for like so many other episodes. I was gonna wait until I get the controller, but then I started reading up about it, and then it was like, I don't know if I can or not. I was hoping to get it because I really could use it, and I want to get a gaming headset. I know that they sell them for really cheap with a mic on it. Not that mine does. Not that my headset doesn't come with a built-in deal, but it kind of sucks because it sounds like I'm in the background when I'm not, somewhere. And that's one thing I don't like about these. The only thing I do like about them is that the ones that come from Walmart is like the ones they have Amazon. It's called, I want to say, iJoy or Doji, whatever. It is pretty good for like if you want to cover your ears, and it gives you more of a tightness over your ears, not so much that you're swelling or whatever, for whatever reason. But that's the same thing with the other ones that came from Amazon. But the difference is that these are more tighter, and yeah, they can be like, they're not so loud. I accidentally broke the first one that came from, that came from Amazon. I think it was, or whatever. And then I got one from Walmart. I broke that one in the same place. The only difference is I'm not sure how I did it. It wasn't done in the same way. It wasn't on purpose either, both times. But so I mean, I like them and they're pretty good. So I don't know. I think my charging port is going haywire, so I may have to get me another new phone, and I hate to do that. I'm gonna put it up, but I will be getting a thing that cleans up the scratches and stuff before I put on a new screen. Hopefully, this screen will allow me to do what I need to do that I'm buying, or not buying, but I bought for like $40. Now, this is a tour, by the way, of things. So, and yes, I may have had to add on to it a little bit. I don't want to show up too much of it because I still have a little bit of ways to go, but I'll do it off screen, so that way it doesn't take so much time. One thing I have to admit that you don't have to have one of these to do this with. Yeah, I had to absolutely kind of configure this in such a way. Now, what I intend to do is I might put just some regular doors here instead of like that, because what I had originally was like 4 doors, single doors of these kind. They're called what are they called? Iron doors. And so yeah, I was thinking about doing it like this. When the controller came in, I was gonna finish off the series of Iron Hander, as it's called. Now I'm trying to say it the proper way, as they called it. But even though, again, for many years I actually only knew it because of the demo, as an Ian Hander. But it's okay. I can let that go. There are some things I can't let go, but I'll have to anyway because I don't want to get into a big old to do about it. Now this here I could easily have expanded out, but there's more to it than that. Now what I want to show you is it this way or is it the other way? Might be the other way. Yeah, it's got to be this way because it wouldn't be that far. Yeah, this is it right here. I got to expand this out a little bit more anyway, but look at what I've done so far. This is kind of what I need to do, but the problem is, oh no, this isn't it. I'm going the wrong way. Oops. Okay, I won't show that. I thought it was something else. Never mind. The way I'm looking for is... I hate this. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it like this. All right, let's go here. It's over here. Okay, and so pretty much, yeah. So this is it. This is where I'm stuck at. Because if you can tell that we're being blocked off, that's because it's not. There's no point in doing it anymore right now. But this is the idea. So I'm going to keep it like that, but I want to move it gradually, kind of migrate it over. And I'm going to be moving it this way as I take out some other land parts or whatever. Because this has to be opened up over here. And on the opposite side of this is the mansion. And what I want to do is I don't want to move the mansion. It would take too much time and effort just to kind of move that back, just to expand that out. And all I'm trying to do is just basically even this out. And there are going to be like so many doors. There's going to be chests because I want to be migrating the chests I have on the ground to up to here. Right now I'm not too worried about it, but it's something. So what I want to do ultimately is that they're going to be rooms. They're going to be solidary doors. I think there's a door. There's another one here that leads to another room that actually had what I should have kept there, but let's not go into it. A piece of ore, but, whatever. I may need to expand that wall just a bit further than that, but that's okay. Right now, let's go ahead and move up here, because I actually had this as a singles case at first, but then I had to turn it into a double door because I was trying to even it out. It still doesn't look even out. Metal is fine, it's the rest of it. And then there's this, the way out. And voila. This is just the first half. I'm not even done with this yet. But I have been doing a whole bunch of stuff. This needs to be kind of uppity, but I'm not worried about it so much. And I've been doing a bunch of stuff over here. You won't notice it because unless you pay attention to the other videos compared to this, because there was more land. And then there's stairs right there. So if I go here, there should be some kind of deal this way. And it's not even over here. Okay, it's not up there. Okay, I know where it's at. Hang on. Now, there's going to be stuff that you're going to be seeing because I haven't taken them out yet. And there should be something... This is going to be a long video because it was already long, about 19 minutes when I originally did this. So, here we go. Now, what I've opted to do was to not bother moving some things around because of reasons. But I'm going to wind up doing it anyway because of what I have to do to even it out, which is fine. So, I mean, that's kind of what I was going to go for since I was kind of running on limited space, but, So let's go ahead and get this out. And I think there should be... No, I guess not. I guess I took it out by accident. Yeah, I must have done. There's monkey's uncle. Okay, there should be more this way somewhere. Then I've inadvertently seen. There's more ore, but I don't want to go to it right now. So I'll do that like in another video that I actually found, because it was like an underground cave like type area. So there's actually more, I think, this way. I want to say, yeah, there it is. And then there's some more I want to go up there and get before I end this video. But pretty much that's how she is, you know. And yeah, I think there's more up there. You know, I hate that it fights me like this. Even if I was holding it in my hands, it tends to do that. So I don't know what's going on there. You know. Let's see here. If I brighten up the brightness, can we still see the game without it, you know, doing anything to the charger? I was switching out chargers because I thought it wasn't charging. It was just another video playing. I mean, I could have actually just done this where I merged it, but I don't think I kept the program, to be fairly honest with you. And what I don't get right is like, okay, see, I'm not actually in creative mode, but if I didn't have cheats on, I still wouldn't be able to get this. So even if I had the enableability of what is called achievements, the thing of it is that I can't fly, but other people can without even going into creative mode, and they don't even have it where they're paying for realms or whatever. They've got their own little deal. So what I don't get is how to do the permissions and stuff. Even on PC, I've had that kind of problem. So, you know, and I've tried looking into the settings, but there's not much I can do. I don't know, they may have updated the thing for PC, but so far nothing on mobile yet that I'm aware of. So, anyway, you know, and I want to do some more stuff, but I want to record it as I go along casually. I have one of my favorite games that I've already beaten, and I'm just kind of doing another fresh take on it, as you might say. Might be a little bit different than what I've done in the past because of how I've addressed it. Because well, for whatever reason, I think there's some. Yeah, there's something right there. Okay, we're gonna go up there just a minute here. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get the ores in another video for that little mining shaft, because I eventually want to make my own, but right now, not so much. So, and the reason I want to do it this way is because I also want to get rid of it and get it out of the way. This is the only staircase I have, believe it or not, going up to not even to a building. And what I want to do is I go along, I'm going to try and do the mining on stream, but no promises. The only thing worthwhile even showing anyway. I don't know if I did it on screen or not, but I may not have, or I think there was some stuff that I could have mined over there. Or actually, I know that I did already, but problem with that is that it's done already. That's the problem with it. Otherwise, I'd be showing that. And but I don't remember if I showed that or not. I probably have already shown this area then, but didn't bother to finish doing this area. So that's fine and dandy, but however, we have to finish what we came here to do. What the dealio? All right. I think that shall do it then. But ultimately, my goal is to right now. Of course, I didn't put it on there. I thought I put it on back on creative. Is I'm gonna build something that I've not done yet, which is do something above, and it's gonna be up above here. Not gonna tell you what it is, but I intend to make this go over this way, kind of there before I do that, and I'm gonna put filling up gaps, and ultimately it will be moved to, including this little structure over here where the entrance is. And I know it's a lot of silly ways to do it, but it's just a game. It's a simulation. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way, but it is an interesting and unique way of doing things. So yeah, but anyway, like those chests down there that I have, I want to migrate them here. What I'll have to do is ultimately take the necessary steps to what's the word I'm looking for? Take them, where they are move out of the chests basically, and go from there. As much as I enjoy doing this game, it's not the only game I enjoy doing. I kind of like unique designs like this, but because of the way I'm doing it, unless I was doing like a pyramid, it wouldn't even count. I would have to put stairs and stuff like that and leading down. This is not a pyramid though, which I can do, but however, don't count your horses on it so fast on that because I don't know if I'll make one, but I may at some point. They're not hard to do. They are if you don't have the groundwork laid out for them, so that's something that I'm going to have to do. It's not hard to do. The laying out is it's taking the time and finding good enough land to do it in. As a matter of fact, it's probably more advisable to do it where you're within reasonably inside of the castle if you're gonna make one. It's like the mansion, any kind of mansion or housing you want to do. I'd recommend putting it inside a castle. If you want to do a castle, you don't have to do a castle by no amount of means, but it is one of the highest things recommended. And you don't have to go as high as the mansion that's built here already, but you can go as high as you want. Well, or at least they'll allow. And there is a certain limit, but I'm not going to go that far. I have gone that far, and believe me, it's not fun. And it was on PC, so pretty much, yeah. I actually own my own version of the PC because I bought my account. It's crazy that they actually require you to buy your own account at a one-time deal. Then I actually had to pay the game for the game. One-time deal. Same thing with this, but the difference is that the account, or to register it, I think it was, or whatever. Anyway, with this here, it was free, so that was not bad. But the problem was I had to pay for the game. That's okay. And you know why it's okay? Because after all, I do enjoy it and I don't mind supporting it. But my problem with supporting, though, is I find that too many people want to come up with programs that are like supposed to be better, especially when you got people that are like dead or gone, and it's like, yeah, okay, all of a sudden your program's better, but then who do I support? Do I support you? Do I support them? Do I what? I mean, it's crazy because you got people that want to do all that kind of junk, but when it comes down to it, why would you want to support more than one person only for it to go down the hill because, oops, I wasted my money? Because that's what I feel when, people go down. It's just like with movies, When a movie eventually disappears off of a platform and I paid for it, why the hell would I want to do it? After so many times of doing it, and, it kind of really pissed me off. That's one of the things that pissed me off about YouTube. And, it wasn't the price so much as that it was the thing that, okay, I took it out of my pocket, and instead of wasting it on that, I could have saved my money. And the problem with saving your money and buying things is it's not always going to be available where you can buy it at. Like, there's like things that are exclusively to like Netflix, and some jerk, I mean some jerk, will break it and not replace it, or even pay, not even pay for it. But then there are people out there that will, but half the time, even if they do, it's not going to be available. So my thing is, why would I want to do that? It's nuts, and it's, especially when they take away stuff off the platform because of quote unquote licensing agreements of copyright law. I do not care. I don't even know how people get away with, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Running shows, live streaming them, and not getting, copyrighted for it. Personally, I wouldn't want somebody to get copyrighted, but it's silly. So, it's crazy to think that just because the laws are changed doesn't mean you won't get copyrighted. But even so, it'll take them a little bit, and then all of a sudden, just like anything else. So really, the fact that people are giving them Adam's boy over that is nuts to me. But what do you do? So they finally stood up for one creator. Big deal. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that the creator got defended, and that's not my issue with it. It's the fact that if I were to get copyrighted for whatever reason, I take a chance on that. It takes them a little bit just like normal, and I know it would before they'd come up to the decision to say, yeah, okay, we're going to ban it from their country because for whatever reason they're, holding it against. And then in the meantime, I can't upload unless I want to upload for less amount of time than I would normally. And while I tend to do that for some games because they're not, I don't want to put them on too short, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, they're going to be shorter enough as it is. But yeah, I mean, pretty much, I have a whole lot of stuff in store, but I'm going to try and record them and get enough of a backlog at least started with them. And then, that's what I intend to do. In the meantime, I hope you guys have enjoyed this because this is as far as I can go as far as showing off a tour goes. And frankly, I mean, I think it's pretty awesome. But I mean, maybe not the best tour you've ever seen, or that even I have ever seen, but it's good enough that it should kind of tie us over. I want to get back into the swing of things again with Tales of Destiny, which I have been putting off because of so many things going on and trying to get everything loaded up for a backup log because that's what I've been working on. But that is the main primary focus of this channel, is not just video games in general, but the very first game I started uploading on this channel, which was Tales of Destiny, and I love it. I'm not sure if I want to do Tales of Destiny 2 right away. I'm still debating on that. I still have to kind of start that game over because, as usual, it don't save. Every time you have to re-download something or reload up something, unless it's got a save file somewhere. I don't know if it's on the memory card or not. I could take a look, but right now I'm not going to hold my breath on it, and I'm just not going to worry about it too much. The save states, because I think that was one of the main things I used, have to be rewritten because I had to redo the game again. So that's not a problem. I wasn't even that far in the game anyway to begin with. I was just barely in the first stretch of it, like when they were teaching you how to do things and whatnot, which is a little bit more different than the first game. So, it's kind of like got a lot of the same elements as the first game, which is cool, but there is a huge amount of difference that the voice acting is pretty good, especially because it's got English dub. and a mixture of dubs, and that's cool to me. I like it like that. The only thing I don't like is when it's only one language oriented. I've always been that way because that's not fair to me when I can't understand it, and I would rather have it in English. So, but at the same time, if it's something like a game, I can definitely provide voices. But as far as a show goes, it's just not easy to keep up with and try to do the dialogue on. So, really, not something I can really provide too well. Because even then, it would have to be entertaining myself without recording it because, oh, guess what? Copyright laws and all that stuff. But games, I can do all day long, even when I'm not recording, and that's all fine and dandy. But sometimes I just rather kind of share what I have, what I can show off, because I think it's pretty funny, and I find that, unless people are lying to me, which I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, so I'm not going to sit there and say that they actually are, but I've had people do that to me where they lie, but not so far as to whether or not about me being funny. So I don't know yet, but I will say that I can stand my own voice. I don't understand the whole thing about why people can't understand their own voice enough that they wouldn't want to watch or listen to their own video. I do not understand that stance, so whatever. Because yet you're getting such high praise for your work, and it's not even about money. But this is like before they even started introducing that, I believe. And when they did start doing that, well, you're whatever, and it's not even about the money anyway. It should never really be, but that's what people do is they jump on the bandwagon just to say, well, I'm broke, so I gotta make money. That's like what people did with porn. What do you think they did it for? Just to do porn? No. They did it because they needed money. So they wound up cheating on their boyfriends, lovers, whatever, just to make money. But they had to find the right people that supported them. Even a lot of these people that have done this, their own families would stop even supporting them and saying, "No, you can't do that." Same thing. People that went to strip clubs. I gotta make money, and I understand the concept of making money. What I don't understand the concept of is why would you want to jump on the same bandwagon when a lot of people jump on the deal and start getting these bots and stuff like that, and all of a sudden, somebody I never even heard of is doing something, or something of the same thing people have done, or not, whatever. And supposedly they're supposedly better than me. Honestly, no, you're not. I've always been real about that, and I'm not going to say that, yeah, I'm better than you. I'm not that. I will say I am a better guide in terms of a lot of things, but as far as me being a better player, no, 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 no. I'm not a better player than people out there, But I can do guides because, better than most things out there because I provide voices, and I'm pretty good at it. Maybe not all the whole world can see that, but I can, and so can so many people who actually find me entertaining. And it's like I say, either you're going to be entertained or not. It doesn't really matter. And if you think it does matter, well, then why in the hell is it that you got so many people out there that are qualified, but Japan won't get them? Because they say it's hard to find people. Well, hard to find people that actually meet the requirements of people that they think is pretty interesting and entertaining. I think that's stupid. And another thing I think that's kind of stupid, but I also agree with it, is doing sub or sub. But the thing of it is like, okay, if someone was to sub you because you sub them, what the hell, And it's pretty crazy. Like when someone says, "Well, I won't sub to you unless I like your content." What the beep? Frankly, the thing about content is I like to try and do it now. I've always tried to do it that way, but more or I get the same amount of, what do you call it, support. So I believe everybody deserves a chance to get support, Otherwise, it just, failed to make a good impression and whatnot without all the support. Like, I've known plenty of people who started doing this, but it's also because they were greedy and they wanted money. Well, then there's people that, well, I can't swear to it, but they probably were, but, which wouldn't surprise me any, for money. But, like, they failed because they didn't have enough support doing their own deal. Like, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start this game. I haven't really tried to spoil myself on it, but it's a game that I didn't even know existed on PlayStation 2 until I saw him do it. And very little of it, mind you, because I didn't want to spoil myself on it. But again, he just stopped doing it altogether. It's like the thing that stood out to me, that made the most main thing to me, mainstream wise, for him. I'm not saying he didn't do a good job on his other ones, but like, would have been the one that I want to start and finish. I don't remember. I don't know if he actually finished the other ones, but he had quite a bit on there, and then he just gave up. Another guy came in, and it's been on YouTube for many years. He used to play prop hunt and all that. He gave up because, well, he did something he should have never done. I don't know if it's really true or not, and I don't try to get typically involved into dramas like that, but I feel that at the same time that, yeah, okay. And I never met the man in person. The thing of it is, this guy, you've never seen his face before. I mean, like, ever, unless you've actually seen him in person. And it's crazy because the hell of it is that when you think about somebody, you wouldn't think that, oh, well, they'll do things they shouldn't do. But, like another person who had to give up YouTube for a long time because of an incident that happened, and it turned out it wasn't him that was at fault, it was the other person. Saying allegations and all this about him. Yeah, I don't know. Some people do that, and some people, it turns out to be true. So I don't know. I'm not going to say one way or the other that I actually believe one side or the other, because I'm on nobody's side. I mean, I try to support people, back up people that I know, but at the same time, I'm not involved. A lot of people. Like, and I won't name any names, but, it's just a lot of drama. And then another one came up where he gave up for a long while, and then he came back. And he kept on going on and on about, well, here's proof, and even though I have proof, people just don't believe me, blah, blah, blah. They don't need proof, okay? If you're trying to prove that you were in the military, then that's your first mistake right there. That's the very first mistake that you should never have to do, is that you proved you were in the military to people who don't even, and you say something about not letting it get to you, but yet you are. Well, that's kind of silly. It really is. I mean, when you think about it, honestly, I wouldn't even bother with it, but you would. And I gotta say that people who think that they should bother with it, man, that's just nuts. I don't understand the whole thing about this, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, you got this you got to understand that, I'm not involved. And that they have their own personal dramas and whatnot, and I just don't care. Personally, that's their life, and that's like, Okay, look, if you gotta prove that you were in the military and blah, 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 then there's something wrong there. Fishy. Really fishy, fishy, fishy. And I'm not kidding. Because it shouldn't really matter. I mean, yeah, you'll have to prove it when it comes to certain things in life. Yeah, I give that. But when you try to prove it to people who aren't going to believe you anyway, because you're doing this on the online world, it's just causing and creating more drama. It's like with the war veteran. If he came on here just to prove he was a war veteran, then yeah, that's a big old red flag. I'm sorry, bud, but that's just a big red flag. I don't know if I should really trust you or not, but honestly, I could give a crap less. You're gonna do what you want to do, and personally, I think it's silly and stupid to just let it get on to you like that and be like, oh yeah, maybe I should let this whole thing get to me, and be like, yeah, man. Um, See, I was in the military, and here's some proof. You don't believe me, but and I'm just showing proof, and you still don't believe me. See, here it is. I got proof documents. Proof documents. I don't care if you have a bear in your silicone. Just prove that you had a bear in a silicone. Don't do that kind of crap. It's just utter crap, man. It's just crap and crap and crap. To me, it's just crap. I mean, seriously. Who do you think you are? Some dude on the internet that needs attention? Well, good for you. Oh, this is not even what I wanted to build with. That's the wrong block. Okay. I mean, I do want to build with it eventually, but not right now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I did it again. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about doing is, just drama. In fact, I'm even talking about it is drama within itself. And if you don't think so, try again. And frankly, I just don't give a doggone. And then people just think, oh, it's just a world of the man because, well, he's just doing his thing. He's just so innocent. Mm-hmm. He might be innocent for all I know and for all I care, but I don't care. Okay, I don't care if someone's innocent. They've done no harm. I wouldn't care. Stop bringing drama to the world, man. Jeez, got enough trauma and stuff going on. When people go on and on and on about their own life, like, Jesus, man, shut up. And if you're like me, you hate to be the kind of person that says anything, but at the same time, you're saying it to yourself. You're not really saying it to them so much as it's like, man, shut up, man. It's constantly repeating yourself. We get the idea already. We're not stupid, You must think we are, or something. To keep repeating yourself like that. But, whatever. In the meantime, I'm not really going to be saying anything because, it's not up to me to say anything. It's your life. You do what you want to. I'm just here to listen for whatever stupid reason, as crazy as that is. Because, I mean, yeah, man, that's the way life is. But does anybody care? No, they don't care. It's like when people try to bring up about bathing suits, some celebrity, quote unquote. I don't care how hot and attractive she is. I don't even care if I had romantic feelings for her. I don't care for that, okay? Wow, she's got a bathing suit. The thing of it is that I'm not even looking up for bathing suits. I just happen to be looking through the articles and stuff, and all of a sudden, oh, some random celebrity or some random celebrity I've never even heard of, she's going to be in a wearing suit. Or she is. So I kind of posted something so stupid like that. Like, here's your cookie and here's your sign. If you even care that I'm going to be in a bathing suit. Seriously. What the hell, man? What the hell? I mean, why do people even put so much emphasis on caring about whether or not somebody's in a bathing suit? I mean, shoot. The thing is, though, is if they were as nude, people would have a big old cow fit. Like, you ain't kidding. A lot of people are like, yeah, baby, let's do the doing inappropriate sounds, even if it's not really happening like this. And that's just me slapping my stomach. For real. But it sounds like what, if you know what that is, it's like that one dude, but I did not care for, was doing something like that at a table. I was like, I hope they never bring that back. And this show was called Demon Lord Retry. Now, Demon Lord Retry is kind of a controversial show. And the reason for that is because of there's a heavy subject that should not be talked about. And you wouldn't even want to joke about it. Not just that either, but, there's also sadism and masochism, whatever. And, for whatever reason. But, yeah, I mean, literally, this show is, like that. But to be fair, so is Overlord. But Overlord, I would say, is way in terms of worse than that show. And I mean, because she's got some kind of a weird. This is the way they read it out. They didn't do anything to show it or anything like that. But she's a psychotic person that has these weird powers, okay? Let's just say that. And if you mess with her, well, you could easily. I mean, if she was real, of course, she's not. Yeah, you wouldn't want to mess with her. But she has a weird fetish for boys. She looks like she's cured from it, though, and I could be wrong from that, but I hope I'm right. Because really, yeah, no, I hope they don't ever bring that back. But I do hope that, as much as annoying as it is, they really bring about Bunny Hop. Because I do kind of see that I don't really like the word either too much. But that's like my point in life. Like, yeah, I don't really care. So what if they said Bunny Hop? Yeah, and I do remember getting frustrated at that, and it's just crazy. But yeah, and the thing of it is as well is that when you talk about such subjects as that, um, Bunny Hop, all that, that's not as bad and whatever is. When somebody's doing something, I mean, looks like it, but he's not really. There's no real sounds of it, but yeah, no, I don't accept such things. Okay, I don't care what he does in his own private time, but don't bring that stuff to the table. And yes, he was stroking his mustache. Crazy creep, like a perverted creep to me. I have no problems with perverts, but when they take it too far in a show like that, yeah, okay, that's going too far. I mean, I get that the maiden's hot, the eldest one, and she's actually the only one who's of a legitimate age out of all the three of them. And, then you have the woman I was telling you about that had to finish. She's like adult age. She's, I want to say 24, 28, somewhere in there. I can't remember. And, yeah, well, she's kind of hot, but, that's besides the point. But I mean, she's an animated woman, really. Uh, cough, cough. But yeah, I mean, she has her moments. I'll give her that. But the one thing I will not tolerate is that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, we need her help, but we don't need it at the price of her doing things she shouldn't be doing. No. And I will not accept such a thing ever in my life. Because for anybody to do what they do, yeah, no, it's not funny. And it's not even something to joke about. Yeah, because I really hope he did, do that. However, there is a guy on there who's got a fetish for his sister. Good, I don't mind that. However, if he's not, with her at appropriate age, both of them, then it's not cool. And there's actually two wrong things about it. If you're doing it for the wrong reasons, like, instead of doing what you want to do, being with what you want to be with, like forcing it, and being under the legal age limit. If you're under the legal age limit, you can be a young adult, like in your 20s, whatever, then yeah, you're fine. But, anything beyond that, no, 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 no. I don't accept that. I won't accept that. So, in essence, I won't accept it. I've already said that twice now. But yeah. I'm pretty well tired. I'm hoping I can go to sleep. I'm hoping I'll crash out tonight because I'm going to need the rest. But yeah, I mean, this right here alone, I try to keep such sensitive topics out of my videos because, I'm not worried about being canceled because I'm not making anything and I don't have enough support to even care. And even if I did have enough support, I still wouldn't care. Because, I mean, you either accept me for who I am or don't. I don't care anymore. It's up to you. What I represent. What I represent has nothing to do with, okay, let's go out and do things that people... And don't get me wrong, I like the show, but it's not because of that kind of stuff. Okay? It's what the show brings to the table, and it's not just about that so much as it's about what the show ultimately entails, which I think is pretty freaking awesome, you ask me. But that's just me, personally. I would highly recommend it, not for those parts of it, no. Unlike that one show that they called How Not to Summon the Demon Lord or whatever it was, season 2, I would not recommend it. I mean, it was okay, but the way they went about it just kind of threw out the whole idea of what season 1 was about. Like, really? They had some of it in there, but like the majority of, I forget what they call it, but they just threw it out the window like it was nothing. And I'll say this, I mean, if you think that it's okay to do such deplorable acts, whether it's, having a fetish for what, or doing that, bringing that to the public table, then you're disgusting. And I hope we never meet. Because the kind of people like you, I would never want you around. I have nothing against creeps and perverts or whatever, but when you're at a public table with people who have clothes on, or no matter, even if it's about the maiden, I don't care. Don't come to the table like that, or making it look like you're doing it like that, while you're stroking your mustache and your beard, I don't want to see that. I don't even want to know that you're doing it. I don't even know why they had to insist upon putting the camera on there. But it's like with the door, that I never even noticed the many times I've only watched it, probably about 4 or 5 times now, the entire show. But I never noticed that it had church-like window on the door frame. I've never seen that in a wagon in my entire life. So, anyway, but as far as that goes, yeah, no. Never. will I ever accept that. And I can't stress that enough, that I think that it was stupid, and I hope they never bring it back in the show. I hope they never, ever let her do what I hope they have it where she's cured and she's not doing that, because otherwise she's a good doctor. And it's not because, whoops, she was doing something she shouldn't have been doing. But I mean, she ran experiments in another game. And now she's supposed to be a good guy, I guess, for whatever reason. But she is a good doctor. I'll give her that. And, but other than that, I'm not going to say it's good because she's got this fetish thing, or because she's done experiments she shouldn't have done. I'm not going to say that at all. I would be lying, and I'm not going to lie, even though you have no reason to believe me. But that's just the way how I feel about it. If I'm not allowed to express how I feel about certain topics, then I have no business even bothering to talk. In fact, nobody should have a business to talk if they can't. If I'm not allowed, then nobody should be either. Like, if you don't care about mine, why should you care about somebody else? Just because they got more subscribers, because you think their voice is more tolerable, I don't care. Okay? Just because a lot of people don't cheat or whatever makes them so much more a respectable person of society, a better person, or if people only cheat a little bit, I don't care. I frankly just don't. And if you want that kind of a person, then you're in the wrong place. Well, I've been talking on for too long. But anyway, I'm about to run out of space here, and I just want to quickly say that Demon Lord Retry was very excellent. I mean, other than those things that I mentioned, it was not excellent at all. I wish it wasn't part of the show. But in a way, I'm glad it's there, because now we know what to expect from them when you first meet them. And I hope that, again, it's when season 2 finally comes out. And when it does, I'm not going to bother to watch it until it's been fully released, because I'm sick and tired of waiting and then having to do it. It's just like with the first season. I struggled very well waiting on another episode. Finally, it came. It's like this other show. I'm waiting on episodes that take forever to upload. Even that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I mean, I can understand it was delayed due to the pandemic, but when they had to stop for a break for the first time in history, by the way, I should say, because it's never happened. Never. The entire history that I've known in front of animation. If they've done it in the past, it's a poor mistake to take a break and then come back and start doing stuff for a whole entire month for the beginning of the year. You can't do that. You're being paid for content. I mean, it's not just about what I want to watch. No, it's about what other people want to watch. That's why they pay you. You're not allowed to take breaks. I mean, even if you took a vacation, it's fine and dandy, but someone needs to be there to run a shop. It's like that place up there. It says, I forget what it's called, but it's for all of Atlanta or whatever. But it's not. It's only for Jasper. And I thought they would do like LJ, but they don't. I mean, they will, but it's like so many miles out of the way. And then they go and take vacations. Well, I don't have a problem with people taking vacation, just that when you completely shut down the whole thing, instead of letting somebody actually run it while you're gone, because, you have a business and you're getting money for this. Eventually your money will run out. Or if you get enough money to retire, that's fine, but at least leave it to somebody who's going to leave it open. Leave it open. Don't shut it down. You know how ridiculous that would be if Walmart did it? It's bad enough that we've had where they finally shut down for Christmas, which they shouldn't, do. Somebody's here. Anyway. So, pretty much. But, again, I get that people should be spending time with their family, and that's fine and dandy. I really do. You know. And actually, people were talking about how, oh my god, it's so ridiculous that maybe McDonald's is closed on Christmas. Well, you know, it's pretty much acceptable. Some people rather have it on Christmas Eve, but then you see on Christmas Eve or both, some people do too, which is nuts, by the way. You shouldn't really be taking time off, or to the point that no one's there, because what if you want something to eat, and what if the other people want something to eat? Like to be able to go out on a day. I mean, not necessarily at night, but like, okay, it's Christmas Eve, and somebody should be open. Well, there is. Maybe. And then there's places that are supposed to be 24-hour, but then they close down for Christmas and holidays. I've seen that. That's nuts. You can't be open 24/7 and be closed on holidays. You can't do that. Doesn't make no sense. It don't work. It's like being, okay, like 7 days of the year. Okay, 24 hours, 7 days a week, for every day of the year. You should never be closed. Someone should be there running the shop. Yeah, it's a sacrifice. If you're going to be doing it for 24/7. But other than that, you can do whatever you want to. It's your business. I'm not going to sit there and say that you're wrong for running your business how you want to. But at the same time, I feel that there should be some guidelines in place. Like, okay, it shouldn't be where you're so much on a vacation and your business shouldn't be doing anything while you're not there. I mean, do you not entrust your employees? What about people who are starving? You're out in the meantime doing this, and instead of leaving somebody on the job, you're having a vacation. Okay, that, like I said, that's fine and dandy. But what about those who want food, who can't get out? They can't afford to get out. So in the meantime, they're barely affording to send you money. I barely afford to get somebody to come pick me up, and I can't hardly afford these people. And it's like I almost wouldn't want to. I know of another guy, and I'm not going to name any names, and I'm not going to say anything bad about his business, but he has not been a good friend to me. I will say that. Not a good friend, because he's threw me on the bus, like, so to speak. But we're not going to that. But, like, he is not reliable. Now, I'm not going to say that to ruin his business or that you shouldn't go to him or nothing like that. Because, I mean, I know that he is reliable for a lot of different things when he's on the job. Or so I've heard. But when it comes to me, I don't know how many people, I think some people have said something about it, but I don't know. I'm not involved. I'm concerned about me right now. And I'll say this. I wouldn't go to the guy. I wouldn't even trust him with $15 just to go up to Dollar General. Or go all the way down to Walmart and come back. I wouldn't even rely on him for that. Because he has failed to do so. Now, I get that people get busy, but when I need to go somewhere, or if someone does, and they need a ride, and you're not available, then why do you have mobile services? Like, seriously. I had to literally beg one night to get a ride back home because I couldn't see crap because it was too dark out here. They need to put some streetlights out here. That's done by the city itself, not being. They really do. It's dark out, But at the same time, I feel that, how can you call yourself mobile reliable services if you're not available for everybody? Well, you don't have someone on the job doing what needs to be done. When you're not available, you should have like a different deal where someone, can pick up and say, okay, I will take care of it for you. Regardless. But no, they don't want to do that. They want to run their own thing, blah blah blah. And I get that certain things are important to you and whatnot, and to certain people or whatever, but they're still not all that reliable. Not just my personal opinion, that's professionally speaking. I know there's someone who is almost not reliable, but that's because, I know why. But I still have to depend on her, unfortunately. And I don't mean like it's a bad thing to depend on her, but, that's just the way things go. And, and it's fine, Like, unfortunately, because I can't drive a car, I can't drive one. I can't even afford to have a car. That's how much I suck. My salary, and I'm not going to even begin to tell you how much I make, but it's not enough. It's always been, for the longest time, not these days, I'm not going to say that horse crap. It's been always been that way where it's not been affordable for me to get insurance, let alone a car. I'd have to save up. And even if I could get a car, there's no way I can afford all that. It's just not in the cards. And then I have to renew the resignation on it or whatever you call it. And it didn't used to be where you had to, do your driver's license, but, now it is. So, and now they got these restrictions on banks that really confuse me. Like, why? Why can you only withdraw, say, about like $300? That's ridiculous. A day. Like, if let's say you have enough in your account to do what you need to do for the day, but they say no, you can only withdraw this much. Is it because loan agencies only do that? I mean, there's not every loan agency does that anyway, but still, it's stupid to absolutely open up a bank account and then have to go, okay, well, yeah, maybe I should hold off. I mean, a lot of people only withdraw a certain amount anyway. Most of the time, they wind up withdrawing more than 300. Sometimes they don't. It should still be up to the person or the customer of how much they want to take out at a time. Like if they want to take out all that money, all except for a few bucks, then that's what they should be able to do. That's the way it used to be. Now it's all, no. We're just going to restrict you. Blah, blah, blah. Why? That's the most stupidest thing. That is a mistake. Why do they think it's such a good idea to do that? I mean, really, I don't see the point. Well, look who it is. One of them people. Oh, I thought it was one of them people as a cow. Never mind. When you're looking from a distance, it looks like somebody else, but it's not. It's a cow. If you're seeing it up screen, what I wasn't seeing, then yeah, you saw a cow and you were fine. If you were seeing it from where I was seeing it from, then you were still fine because I did not see a cow until I got up a little bit more further to the screen. But yeah, I mean, honest to dogs, I have to say that with everything in life, everyone has their own ways of life. And I try to let people alone and let them live and respect that. But, when you treat people a certain way, you're not going to get the same result. You're just not. I mean, technically it is and it isn't violating the rules about talking about dating and whatnot. So, but it is what it is. I mean, honestly, I can see why people want to talk about stuff, but what does that have to do with Nintendo? They say let's keep this to Nintendo. That's what it says in the rules. Or what, or Super Nintendo posts is, what do people talk about? Love. I have no girlfriend. I have no life. No woman likes me. Blah blah blah. Stop talking about that. That's like walking in a bar every day. You think they tolerate that kind of stuff? No. The difference is that they will get enough of you and say, you know what? If you're just gonna come in here and complain, then you have no business coming in here. I mean, they don't. They usually let people just kind of drown and stuff into their miseries and whatever. That's what you know. But before they even get into a drink, they will only tolerate so much. At least what I heard, anyway. I know that they'll continue to tolerate you as long as you pay before you start getting into it. But as far as you just coming in there and going, man, that beep 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 was doing that again. I mean, even if you were swearing, it doesn't really matter. They get tired of it. They get tired of hearing it. And can you blame them? And really, you're talking about and half the time it's either the mother or the papa or some woman that they happen to be all entangled with, and it's like that beep. And the same thing goes for women. They do this stuff too. Oh yeah, you don't think that they do? And think again, because I mean, it's not saying every man or every woman does this. I will never say that, and that's crap. Okay, anyone who wants to believe that is full of junk. Okay, but in honesty, how can you live like that? I mean, it's just the way people are. And I can see it and I understand it, but I couldn't do it. Going in there constantly complaining. Like, seriously, I've had like friends who say, yeah, I've had enough. And it or told me in so many different ways, like, yeah, I don't want to hear about it, okay? I was like, okay, whatever. And I want to say, though, that, I mean, thanks for putting up with me for all that time. But at the same time, like, what good are you when you say you're supposed to be a listener? A lot of people don't understand me, but, because I keep stuff to myself, though. I try not to say anything unless it's something that I feel that should be said, or, like, when they're done. I don't start bringing up, well, can you suck my uh-huh. No, I don't do that kind of junk. But I will say something that will add to the fire. I didn't used to do that, but like the flame, the fuel, adding more information. But other than that, no. I pretty much keep out of the conversation and let them just kind of talk, even though I may not remember everything, and to be like, yeah, okay. I mean, to be honest with you, that's just the way things go. And people think I'm crazy for doing that. Well, I do it all the time. You know, I don't horse monkey around and say, well, you need to shut up. I mean, I might get tired of it once in a while, but I still don't say it personally because I think it's rude. And the only time I might say that is when somebody prattles on and really, like get at me instead of it being like if they're just complaining about their feelings or whatever. Okay, I just keep my mouth shut. Like, okay, they gotta express their feelings, whatever. I get it. But when you prattle on about things, shut up already. I mean, I shouldn't really have to say it, but damn, one can only take so much. Be quiet. Nobody wants to hear that, okay? And I mean nobody. Nobody wants to hear you prattle on about things. Like Jesus this, Jesus that, or something about blah 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 blah. That's all it is basically, because it comes down to drama, 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 drama. And what people don't understand about drama is that, oh, they think it's so good. The only thing good about drama is it's on stage. That's it. Otherwise, it has no business being here. And that's the truth. And people are like, no, 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 no. I gotta have my drama. Blah 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 blah. And then there's people that will, cause scenes, whatever. And it's like, dude, we're in a store or we're in a restaurant. And the only scene I will ever create, if I ever have to, which I hope pray I don't, but it's basically if I have to walk out. I'm serious. I will do that if I have to. Someone pushes me, they're going to find out. I will walk the beep out, and I'm not kidding. I won't swear in places, but unless I absolutely have to, you know, and I better have a good reason to. And it's not because I have anything against cussing. I don't care about cussing so much, or that it has anything to do with respecting a restaurant's policy because they have kids. I don't care about that. What I care about, most likely, and notably, is myself, my safety, and how I feel. When somebody tramples on me and doesn't give me respect like I'm giving them a piece of quiet and peace of mind, you know, then what the hell do you expect me to do? I can only take so much before I gotta go. I mean, when I can't, like, get across the table, like, what I want to do, what I need to not cause any problems like that, then I have no choice. Like, really, you're preaching up the wrong tree if you think that, oh, well, this is acceptable and this is what I should be doing. No, this is not what you should be doing. I don't care if you're the holy Saint Nick of the world. You don't do that to people. I mean, seriously, I'm not joking around. Okay? I wouldn't care if you're Jesus or God or somebody else. Well, maybe I wouldn't say anything to God, but still, you shouldn't be talking to me like that. Show me some respect, okay? Like I do you. I mean, literally, I'm not going to start causing a scene and telling you to do this, tell you to do that. I mean, hell, I could tell you to take off your damn clothes. You want me to do that? That's the way I feel about some people. I mean, and as crazy as it is, like, it just bothers me. It really doesn't. But, just as an example, I wouldn't do that, but, it's just an example. It's not something I would do, but, like, or something to, like, okay, you know what? You need to keep your mouth shut. I mean, I would do that if, in a certain way, if you get on to me when you shouldn't be doing that. Like, and I hate when people come up. They're like, why would they want to do that? I don't know why. I mean, maybe because they want to. And like, why should they do that? That's just not right. What's not right about it? All they're doing is like touching the sun or whatever. Crazy thing is. So let's see what we got in here. So, in any case, I haven't taken over the mansion just yet, but we're going into the lava. That's going into the lava. I don't need this. Or do I? I don't need that. That goes into the lava. Don't really need that. I can put that in the lava. What don't I need here? I can go in the lava. Don't need it. That can go in there. And this can go in here. Mhm. Okay, and this is the first of these. I'll put that in there. I don't see anything else in here. Oh, right, this can go in there. Them doors I have there can go in the lava. All right, I better leave. End this here before this ends into 2 hours. All right, I'll see y'all later. Till then, next time. Bye.